What do you reckon? Are Odlums looking for a marketing guy? Will I get the job? Look, the Odlums Christmas cake leaflet. It's available. All the details are in it.
Just off the print, yeah.
What does that say?
Leaflet for this year. Odlums, yeah.
Odlums, okay.
Now,
Mrs.
Christmas
Odlum.
cake today, Aidan.
Let's get down to it.
And this is one of the easiest cakes I've made over the years. And really, I find the longest part of the preparation is the lining of the tin. So here I have a sheet of greaseproof paper, which I've doubled over.
Okay.
Right? You put a turn about an inch high along the paper, right, as I'm doing here, and then tear it along the edge of a door or a tabletop, as we have here. Drag it, I should say, don't tear it. And what you're doing here is you're breaking the grain in the paper, which means it'll slot in neatly into your tin for you.
Lovely.
So having done that, then you just put a snip right along the edge, okay? And then we slip this nicely into the tin, like that.
Well
We
done.
got that in there.
Okay.
See, by dragging it along the table, you've no trouble easing it down.
It's
and here we have
flexible.
a double layer of greaseproof paper then for the base. That's important because you don't want the bottom of the tin to get, the bottom of the cake rather,
Stuck
to get
to
burnt.
it, yeah.
Now, just before you came to me there, I just grated the orange rind and the lemon rind. It smells
gorgeous.
lovely, isn't it? Into the mixing bowl. And to that I'm going to add my 175 grams, 6 ounces of butter.
Okay.
And it helps if you break the grain in the butter, as I'm doing here.
Right.
Cut it in half again, and then down the centre. So I have 8 1-ounce pieces. Now, it is important that you have this at room temperature.
Okay.
And by breaking the grain and cutting it, as you see there, it will blend a lot quicker and easier with the ingredients for you. So there we have our 175 grams, 6 ounces of butter, as I say, at room temperature. Now, you don't have to do this, Aidan, but it helps if you just give a quick break of the butter with the mixer, right?
Okay.
Then to that we're going to add 175 grams, 6 ounces of our Muscovado light brown sugar. Because nowadays I find people, they're not into the very dark, rich cakes. They prefer the lighter ones.
Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Move
Move away from it. Now, so just quickly blend those ingredients. Now, Aidan, you could do this with the old elbow grease and the wooden spoon, right? But if we have the mixer, you get it done that bit quicker.
Quicker and easier.
Here I have my 4 eggs. So I'm going to add roughly 2 eggs, first of all.
All right.
And here I have my 225 grams, 8 ounces of our Odlums cream plain flour. I just put some mixed spice. That's mixed spice, isn't it?
It is, yeah, mixed spice,
Mixed
yeah.
spice in there and some nutmeg in there. And I just add, right, just a small amount of that, tip a small amount of that in. And I'm now going to just scrape down the bowl. And this job couldn't be easier, Aidan. This is one of the simplest Christmas cakes ever. If I can just... Spatula we need here. What am I doing? Scrape down the sides of the bowl so that you incorporate all the ingredients together. You get everything mixed thoroughly through.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we're just going to combine these. And while you're at that, add the second 2 eggs.
A bit more liquid, yeah.
Now, finally, we're going to add our fruit and our almonds. So just combine it so you get that nice soft mixture. That's fairly well combined now.
That's great. Loads of fruit.
Okay. Now, first of all, the remaining flour. We'll just stir that through. Now, you could use the mixer, but I find you get a better result, Aidan, if you use a spoon. You know, the mixture can be tough if you overbeat it. So with the strong mixers I have there, I find if I just stir in the flour. Now, next we're going to add about 2 tablespoonfuls of whiskey to that.
All right. I thought Hughes had left that there. That's yours.
Ooh. And now the fruit. So if you're not into normally making a fruit cake, I want you to try this one because I use a full packet of our fruit mix, all in. That's a 375 gram pack.
Wow, okay.
Here I have a 500 gram pack of our luxury fruit mix.
That's gone in as well.
Goes in as well.
Well, it is a fruity cake, all right.
It is a very fruity cake and a very popular cake. Have you got it all out of that?
Yeah, it's all out, yeah.
Okay.
Hang on it.
And now you just combine. And there was an old tradition always making the plum pudding and the Christmas cake. Everybody in the family gets a chance to stir it and you make a wish as you stir.
Give us a go.
But,
Give us a go.
do you want to have a go?
Make me wish.
Make your wish there. There, start. Give a mix on that for us.
My God, you could build walls, woman.
Couldn't I
My
just?
God, that's tough, I can tell you.
100 gram
strong.
pack of mixed nuts.
In as well. Beautiful.
And a 100 gram pack of ground almonds. Give that now and mix in there for me.
That looks great,
Now,
doesn't it?
That's what your mixture looks like. That's your elbow grease. OK, have you made your wish?
What? I did. I wish it was stronger.
So that's what the mixture looks like. Now, you could spend just a few more minutes at that, making sure it's combined. Then transfer it to the tin, Aidan.
Oh,
now,
fruit's gorgeous.
Can I say that if you wish, you can make that the night before and bake it the following day.
OK.
Particularly in these temperatures.
Would you leave it in the fridge? Just leave it on the table?
On the table in the kitchen, right?
OK.
Then when the cake is baked, you take it out of the oven.
Lovely.
And that's what you have.
OK.
You allow that to go completely cold. And when it's cold, just...
Oh, sorry.
Drizzle over about
put it in.
2 or 3 tablespoons.
What does that do for the cake, Catherine?
That keeps it moist and adds extra flavour to it, OK?
All right.
You leave that then. You leave the cake in the tin to go completely cold. When it's cold, you pour on your whiskey, right? And here we have one that we poured the whiskey on earlier. The cake has absorbed the whiskey. So when that's happened, you just turn your cake out and store it until the week before Christmas. Now...
That's where we're going to ice it, isn't it?
That's where we're going to ice it. To store it, though, Aidan, leave the lining paper attached to the cake.
OK.
See the booze now has come down there. By leaving the lining paper attached to the cake, it's going to stay moister for you.
OK.
Now, just to tell you the temperatures, having to put the tin foil on, or the greaseproof paper on, we're now going to put on the tin foil. OK. If we can get the tin foil at it.
I have that. There's the details on the screen where you can get the recipe. Odlums.ie. If you've got a picture enabled phone, 57199. Text the word recipe first.
Right.
Odlums, Ballymount Road, Dublin 12. For more information, send a stamped address envelope there, by the way, because...
to Catherine at Odlums, Ballymount, Dublin 12.
We won't know how to get
and by the way, to bake the temperature, what are the temperatures there, which is very important? 120 degrees centigrade.
OK.
For the Christmas cake.
250 Fahrenheit.
250 Fahrenheit, gas mark.
Half, it says.
Half.
OK.
And now, ovens vary nowadays, Aidan, so do keep an eye on your oven. But for an average oven, that cake there took me in the centre of the oven at 120, 4 hours exactly.
Brilliant stuff. OK, we got to go. Where can people get this leaflet very quickly?
Again, Odlums, Ballymount, Dublin 12. Separate address envelope if possible, or your name and address to Catherine. And I've lots of lovely recipes that we'll do.
Baked Alaska mince pies.
We'll be doing that over the next few weeks, yeah?
Fantastic. And we'll be doing the pudding and the chocolate and cranberry tart.